EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Cleveland Browns and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run in.
And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Throwing on third down, Watson.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. On 2nd and goal, Wilson. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. A great play there, with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Watson on third down. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Josie Jewell.
for a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
After the interception, here's Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Throwing again on second down. Wilson. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
From the 16, Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Greg Dulcich from 8 yards out. And the Broncos are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. McManus's point after is good, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns' drive about to get started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Now Wilson on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Browns force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game.
After the interception, here's Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. He'll get it to the 23-yard line.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And the first play will be a field goal try. Kicking into a headwind here in the second quarter. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again is Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Again, it's Watson. Open man here, Schwartz, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Chubb, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Quick throw completed by Watson. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run for it with Ford. And boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. On the ground with a tight end. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bronco defense comes up big. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And that's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down to their defense and say, you see him? Cover him.
And his throw is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Throwing again here, Wilson.
This will be caught. Judy.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19. On first down, it's Wright. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. To throw is Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Broncos are able to add on to their first half lead.
Extra point from McManus is good. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Anthony Schwartz going to bring it out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Pat Surtain, and the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. Now they send a man in motion right. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Now Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Broncos have opened the lead up to 30.
McManus's point after is good. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Anthony Schwartz,
63 yards.
And the Browns are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is down to 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Here's Wilson. Out to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Being chased out left.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On 1st and 10, Watson.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a 1st down. Watson now to throw. And now here's another interception.
And the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Brian, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They start the second half here with Williams. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Again, it's Williams. And some room to maneuver.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Got a man. It's Judy complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 22-yard line. Here's Wilson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. So certainly not at all what you're looking for here to start the 3rd quarter. A fumble on their opening drive.
Not at all. You're exactly right about that because this had a chance to be the drive to put everything away. A touchdown here, that might have put everything out of reach for them. They definitely handed out a lifeline to the defense on that play.
A big play there on the catch and run. 79 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he back.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
And his throw here's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Wilson flushed out right. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency. And
my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos will take over here just shy of the 30. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Forced out to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. To the left side and complete for Amari
by Cooper.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Watson off play action. Oh, he bowls over him.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
The 40, 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Here's Schwartz bringing it out of the end zone.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this 4th quarter.
There he goes left side. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Javonte Williams,
81 yards.
And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point from McManus is good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. Here's Watson. It's caught. Cooper. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Watson. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. In motion comes the tight end left. Watson looks to throw again.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. To throw is Watson.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Anthony Schwartz
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Browns get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
Not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some.
There he goes, right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Javonte Williams.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Broncos have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th.
McManus's point after is good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, Watson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Watson on 1st down.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Watson.
He'll find Schwartz complete right side. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
To the air yet again, Watson. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 23 yards the pickup there. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point from McManus is good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Watson. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Flush to his right. Got a man, and Schwartz complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got him incomplete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Oh, Wilson going to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this